Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Let me straighten that a little bit. All right, today's going to be about nutritional supplements and vitamins that are really going to help you get through this coronavirus. Be right back. Okay, so we're going to talk about some very basic supplements that you can take that absolutely will help you through this crisis, okay? Number one, vitamin C. So here's what I do first thing in the morning. I'll take a lemon, I'll cut it in half, and I'll squeeze it in filtered water, and then I'll drink that. It's the first thing I'll do, right? Now, here's another thing that is just important. So number one, you want to get lots of, I forget what these are called. You eat them whole. Lemons, you want citrus, you want vitamin C. These are, I forget what these are called, Tangelos and Miniellos or something like that. I just stated it. You can eat the rind too. The rind has a lot of vitamin C in it. Now let's talk about why is vitamin C so important. There is a doctor that just came out. I don't know if he just came out, but he has videos talking about, and I'll try to get the link to that video and put it at the bottom here. What they're doing with people in the hospital, maybe not in the United States. I don't think they're doing it here yet. I believe he was a Chinese doctor. He's over in China probably. Speaks good English, so maybe he's here. But what they're doing is they are loading people up with vitamin C, okay? And I'm talking about, so like one package of these is like, this is what I'm doing right now, okay? Let me get this. So vitamin C, 1,000 milligrams. So that's 1 gram. He's talking about loading people up. I think it was intravenously with like 20 grams or something, some ridiculous 30 grams or something. So what I'm going to recommend is at the very least you double and triple up your vitamin C. It is being, at least according to a lot of doctors right now, it is being proven to not only help, but possibly get you through this whole coronavirus thing. Now I'm going to give you a secret that someone taught me a long time ago. All right, so I actually found the link and I saved it. I'm gonna play the first just so you can hear him talk. He is Chinese and he says Shanghai, China. Let me turn it up. Should probably record it, but.
Hello, this is Dr. Richard Cheng from Shanghai, China, updating you on the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak.
All right, so it says daughter story, family saved from COVID-19 by taking vitamin C, but these are high doses. Again, I recommend you, so this is one packet and that's like 1,000 milligrams. I recommend you take 3,000 milligrams or more. So here's the secret that I learned. Okay, watch this. This is cheap but powerful. MSM. You don't even have to get a good kind. MSM is MSM. This comes from the soil and the dirt. It's something we don't get from our food, from our potatoes and root plants like carrots, potatoes and all the cabbage. MSM is a natural source that comes from the earth. Now, here's something a friend taught me. It was actually a client, Ariel, out there in, I can't remember the name of the city, but out there by Oakland. Cute city. I love the city to death. In fact, I actually thought about moving there. So Ariel taught me this. I was just dog sick. It was about 8 years ago, and he just showed up at my door. He drove all the way over, and he brought me MSM, and then he brought me a vitamin C complex. And he goes, dude, take, I think it was 2,000 of MSM and then 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C. It was 2,000 or more. And he goes, it acts like an antibiotic. And I kind of looked at him and goes, Mike, just try it. If it doesn't work, then fine. He goes, but try it for 2 days. So I would do it about three times a day. So you would take it, the vitamin C, and then also the MSM together. And he said they work synergistically together. I don't know if MSM acts as a transport system. I don't know what it is. I don't care. All I know is it works. So I was just my throat and I was coughing and I was just fever. And for about 4 hours, wow, I feel like I could almost go and function. I felt so much better. And then you could feel it coming back, and then I would load up on it again. And then about 4 hours later, I would come back again and load up on it. Man, that helped me get through. This is what I do every day. Now I do this emergency because everyone was raving about it at the time, and it's got a lot of minerals in it. Okay. So I thought, why not just do that? And I take 1 packet a day and this, and 2 of these, they're 1,000 milligrams each, okay? Oops, sorry. And I've been doing that, not every day, but I'll during the winter I will, almost every day. Sometimes I'll slack off for 4 or 5 days, but I like to keep a consistency of it because I noticed something. There's 2 things that I've done different. I haven't been sick in over 7 years. this MSM and complex vitamin C, although this may not be the best complex, but it does the job. And the minerals are really good for you in this, and it's kind of it combines very well. The only other thing that I really changed in my diet was probiotics. I started adding probiotics. I haven't been sick for almost 7.5 years, and that's the only thing I can attribute it to, okay? The other thing is I've calmed down a lot more. So now let's go to the next thing. All right, so I would say the next thing that I do on a regular basis that's going to help you during this, believe it or not, but regular pink Himalayan salt. It's got minerals in there, okay? So that's something that I noticed is minerals are really good for you. Another alternative is sea salt, or salt in general, period. Even salt, regular salt with iodine. Iodine's very good for you. So I recommend Himalayan salt. Oops, sorry about that. And then sea salt. Sea salt's really good for you. Now I found out years ago I have a what do you call it? My salt levels was super low. I used to pass out and the doctors couldn't figure out why. It was low in sodium. I'm the kind of person that has to actually add sodium in. So my main go-to is pink sea salt, and then the other one is what is it called? Soy sauce. So soy sauce is high in sodium. So the reason why I bring this up is the mineral factor for the pink Himalayan salt, okay? So the other thing that I'm doing is this. So basically I do these two things. That's it. Sea salt. And then I do Ultimate Omega. Okay, it doesn't have to be this brand, but it's a pretty good one. That's all I do. I'm telling you, that's what people are like, oh, you look so young. I'm 51 years old. And I've had a lot of injuries, got run over by a car 10 years ago, and I've recovered really well. And so that's all I do. I really wanted to simplify, but man, that really gets a lot of good stuff in you, okay? I'm not a huge dieter either. I really just eat what I want. I eat chocolate, I get hamburgers, eat red meat, pretty much all that stuff, okay? I'm not some health nut, not like I used to be. I'm gonna give you something else that I actually don't do that much anymore, but turmeric. People are saying right now with what's going on with this coronavirus, turmeric, because it calms down inflammation. It what's the word? It soothes it, cools it. Inflammation can cause problems. But again, I haven't done that in a while. A friend of mine actually gave me a bottle of this that's mixed with turmeric. I've tried it a couple times. I don't really like it, but that's my thing. Now I'm gonna give you my final, almost two more. Magnesium. Get magnesium in you. Magnesium. Magnesium calms you down. It lets your electrical current work in a much more flow pattern, okay? When you don't have enough minerals and magnesium in you, it's not a good thing. This has minerals in it too, as I said, right? Minerals are good for you, all right? So minerals and vitamin C and MSM. That's it. One more thing. Okay, so as you all know by now, I'm from Napa Valley. You should know that by now, and if you don't, I would be really surprised if you've been following any of my videos. Here's my new go-to. I used to be an athlete, so I really didn't drink much, hardly at all. And a lot of people just assumed I knew everything about wine from Napa, and I really didn't until about 7-8 years ago. Quick part of the story. A very, 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 very wealthy friend of mine who lived in Piedmont was moving to Hillsborough. He had a big table full of all these bottles of wine. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I'm trying to get rid of stuff. And he goes, do you want some? I was like, yeah. And I kind of grabbed a couple. He goes, do you want all of it? I was like, seriously? Some of the bottles were like $200 bottles of wine, $150, $160, $80 bottles of wine, $90. I was like, holy shit. And there were some that were like $25, $40 bottles of wine. That was an education. I got to see the different levels. But I started reading up on wine. And there's something called reversatile or something like that, especially in Italian wines. So red wines, believe it or not, are kind of my go-to because it does two things. I am kind of joking, but I'm actually being serious too. Cabernet Sauvignon, Napa Valley. Let's see if I can do that. This is a pretty good wine, by the way. Yeah, it's 2014. I need to drink this. Okay, so it actually has components in that are actually healthy for your blood cells, and there's a lot of research about it. This is just bullshit. You know what I do also? If I'm going to go out in the sun, I will take a couple sips of wine because it kind of acts as an antioxidant. That was another part of it. So that's a really good thing. Now, because of what we're in right now, I got some Apothic. What's the other one I get? I can't remember the name right now. It's called oh man, it's my favorite wine. It's about $11 or something. So I loaded up on some of those bottles, and I went to Trader Joe's on my way out. Grabbed about 6 of these suckers. They were only $2 at Trader Joe's, $1.99, maybe $2.99. I think it was $1.99. This is actually a pretty good wine. A friend of mine actually said it to me years ago, and I thought, oh come on, dude, it's like $2 at Trader Joe's. He goes, Mike, I'm telling you, it's actually pretty good, and he's right. I was actually pretty surprised. So hey, this is Mike Colleen. I do want to leave you with this. I highly recommend that you double, triple your dose. Load up on it right now, because you know what's happening, because that doctor is getting it out right now. Everyone is buying up vitamin C. If you get in right now, you're going to be able to get your vitamin C before everyone hoards it and stocks it like they've been doing with the toilet paper. I also recommend you getting a couple bottles of this. It is cheap. Usually you can get it for about $7 to $8. Pretty quality brand. I think this one might have been $9, but this is the more expensive version. I used to buy another one from the vitamin store, Vitamin Shop, I think it was called. Theirs was about $7, I think. I don't remember. But it's not that expensive. Most is going to be $9-10.